Hello everyone. I'm back. I'm here making a video, catching you all up on my life and how I'm doing. I know it's been quite a while since I've been on, and several people have been asking how I'm doing, and as you can tell by the title of this video, I had brain surgery. Yup, who would have thought I had brain surgery? That did not work. As you can tell, I'm still rocking. I still have this crazy head and ear pressure and tinnitus and derealization and all that lovely stuff that just makes me so disabled every day. I can say that the racing thoughts, the crazy feeling, the obsessiveness, the highly overly emotional, irrational stuff is almost completely gone, as is the chemical depression. The psychological things, barring the derealization, are almost completely gone. But what is left is all this physical stuff is still very disabling and very tormenting. And so let me fill you in a little bit. I had no intention of looking for other answers for this. I was completely just convinced that it's just from the drugs, and I really hadn't been looking for other answers for years. I just was waiting to heal, but some doors opened that seemed like they were a divine appointment that I would have never walked through otherwise. It's too long of a story to even explain, but someone that I know through a friend was helped with this movement disorder by a specific kind of chiropractor, so I went just on a whim, and he diagnosed me with Chiari malformation and sent me to a neurosurgeon here in Milwaukee who's an expert at this. And I did have Chiari malformation, which is basically your brain is kind of leaking out of your skull. Your skull's not big enough for your brain, and he said that it could cause a lot of the symptoms that I have. And we just agreed to give it a try. And so I had that on October 15th. I had a month recovery. The Chiari malformation itself was repaired, but it has not, no, almost 7 weeks later, helped any of these symptoms. And the neurosurgeon basically said then that wasn't your problem. And he's referred me since to a very specialist ENT who denied seeing me, who sent me to the dizzy doctors in Chicago, who would not even see me either, who is now trying to send me to a headache specialist, which this is not a headache. So I guess if anything, I'm a testimony to all the things that don't work because you know, everybody in the Benzo communities, for the most part, say it's just time. And it appears that that is definitely my answer too, just time. It has been quite a road, you know, a month in bed much of the time, laying flat, recovering from this brain surgery and saying, why, God? Why did you even let me go through brain surgery? For nothing, it feels like. And you know, maybe there was a reason. God always has purposes in his plans, so I'm not gonna ever be angry that I went through it or say that there wasn't a reason for it. I just don't know what that is right now, and I'm just trusting that maybe someday I will know, if nothing else, to tell people that that's not the answer. So here I am, still really, really struggling. I will be 6 years off on March 3rd, so that puts me at what, 60, I don't even know, I can't do math, 68 months completely benzo free, and like 60 months, 54 months I think, completely drug free. Seroquel was my last drug in August of 2014. And although I've seen some forward movement, I definitely still have a long way to go. These physical symptoms are just completely daunting. I still awake in almost tears every morning. I still do have the anxiety and fear. I couple them together. They're not as bad. Honestly, if I could get rid of this pushing, it's like my neck is just being like pushed around, that I'd probably feel 50% better. And if I could get rid of this pressure, I'd probably feel like another 30% better. So with those combined, even with some derealization, I think I'd feel like 80% healed. They are just so all-consuming 24/7. So I guess you could say that that's progress. I try to think of it that way, but when you still can't drive and you can't really socialize and paperwork is hard from this pressure and life is just, I'm still just in this fishbowl of derealization and isolation. It's very disabling, and I always relate it to like having the flu. So when you have the flu, you know, if you aren't throwing up 8 times a day anymore, you're only throwing up 6, you don't feel that much better. And that's pretty much, I guess, what I'm trying to say is I'm just still so miserable, but I'm never giving up the fight. And I have learned to trust God even more, rely on him even more, surrender even more to his sovereignty. I've learned to forgive more. I've learned to stop looking to humans as a source and looking more and more to God. I've started realizing that humans are going to always fail us, and I always knew that, but I still had high expectations for people who I felt wouldn't. And when they have, I've just learned to let it go. It's audience of one for me, more and more and more. I am taking communion every day. I am standing on the blood of Jesus, on the complete work of the cross. When he said, by your stripes, I am healed. Or he said, by my stripes, you are healed. I'm just standing on that. I know I'm going to be healed. I know we all are going to be healed. This is just a matter of time. And my faith is growing. And I have a successful Facebook group, Christians Healing from Benzos and Psych Meds. We have about 300 members, and our group is geared a little bit more towards spiritual issues, but also just the whole gamut of just living and existing through this experience. So I want to encourage you that I'm still here fighting, and that's kind of been my little slogan through this whole thing. One more day for Jesus. Will you suffer one more day if it means you'll help another person? And I know I'm helping people. I know God's working through me to help people, and I just keep surrendering to that, to his plan and his purposes in this. And I don't know why I'm still suffering. I don't know why this is taking so long. And I just had to give that up. I have to lay down my why. I've done that a long time ago, and I still have to lay it down regularly and just hang on to the one who knows. I'm not in the need to know business. So that's my update. The holidays are upon us. This will be my, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 6th Christmas in Benzo withdrawal. I'm not decorating the house this year. I just don't have it in me. I'm, getting gifts on Amazon, and we'll put a tree up, and everything's just such a chore, isn't it? Just such a chore. But he's faithful, friends. He will not fail us. He cannot fail us. So stay strong. Let me know how you're doing. And if you feel like joining a group, please feel free to join mine. And like I keep saying, one day I'm going to be on here shouting the victory. I know I will. I know I will. And I tell my family and friends, you're not going to know what to do with me. I'm going everywhere and doing everything. So that day is coming. I have more time under my belt than I do in front of me, that I know. And we're all going to make it if we do not give up. Do not let a little pill beat you, friends. You're bigger and stronger. Crush that pill under your foot and take another stubborn foot forward. Okay. Love from Wisconsin, Benzo Warrior friends. Take care.